Hi, Leo. Okay, so for your awareness, Leo, are matters of the family. We have the Ten of Cups here, and this is a card of happiness and joy at home, however you define your family. And you can see the couple here. They're raising their arms and looking up at the sky with the rainbow cups, and the cups represent abundance and flowing emotions and love and happiness, and the children dancing, and they live in this community. And so there's a strong sense of community and a strong sense of family, that you work hard every day and you come home to your family, and your family is important to you. So you're going to be focusing on the family this week. So we also have the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands this is a fire sign. The fire elements of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And we see the couple here again, similar to the Ten of Cups. They're raising their arms in excitement, in happiness, in joy. They're going to walk through these wands, perhaps on a new path or on a new journey, moving away from the homestead. This is a card of celebrations. And again, this could be getting together with family. It can relate to engagements, marriages, baby showers, anniversaries. It's when people and friends come together and celebrate a milestone or recognize someone's achievements and just generally have fun. Some may say that this is a marriage card or an engagement card, but it's really simply a card of valuing the ones that you're close to. You spend time with them, you raise a glass, you celebrate life. So this is a week of celebrations, which is really wonderful. So now let's take a look at guidance for you for the week. Okay. So very interesting contrast here. Here we have the Ten of Cups, the Four of Wands. We have the major arcana, the Tower. And the Tower is the 16th card of the major arcana. And you can see the people falling out of the tower, the lightning striking the tower crown is falling. Chaos, destruction. And it suggests that something familiar to you, something of a routine, is going to be shaken up, is going to be perhaps split in two. It falls out completely, but this is a sense of a foundation that crumbles. And yes, it can be shocking. And yes, it can be jaw-dropping. And it can make your emotions really go crazy. However, you have to think of what the Tower is telling you. It's that something in your life isn't quite right. It's not working. It's not allowing yourself to reach your best purpose. And so it's going to crumble so that you may begin anew, so that you can restructure and to, have an opportunity to start again. It's a tough message to hear, but it doesn't have to be on the grand scale of everything falling apart. It could be just a part of your day or a routine that is going to end, perhaps. And it could be as simple as something as, maybe you always, at work every day, you went for a coffee break with your best friend. And maybe your best friend gets transferred out of the blue to another office, and so you have to reset. It is a restructuring. With this Tower card, we have the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords, we see the woman here. She's blindfolded, And she is crossing her heart and her chest with the two powerful swords. Behind her, the waters look a little choppy, and she's dressed in gray. And so we have this air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini here, and this is a sense of twos relate to decisions. So some decisions that you may be facing are difficult for you to make the choice, and blindfolded may suggest that you don't want to deal with something and that you're just kind of tabling it for now. You don't want to cope with it. It's not the right time. The Two of Swords to me can suggest that you're shut down a bit, crossing your heart, that not much is coming in and maybe not much is going out. You're just kind of holding fast, that this is a safe position, that this is, I'm protected here, I'm protecting myself, I'm blindfolded. I've got my arms and my swords here crossing my heart. But this is a moment of indecision. This is a can't decide. And it could be worry. It could be your own doubts. It could be desire not to deal with it now. Now's not the time. And perhaps it has to do with this restructuring or this thing that's going to be changing for you with the Tower, that you just don't feel like dealing with it right now. There will be a time when you'll hit it head on. But for this week, maybe this is not the week where you're having to want to deal with this. You're going to think about it some more until you feel that you can take that blindfold off. So it's pretty interesting from celebrations this week, family matters, to the Tower, something changing, a reset, a restructuring, with the Two of Swords not wanting to deal with the matter. And who knows, maybe you learn something at one of these celebrations here. Maybe you learn the truth and it's personally shattering to you. And it's not something that you want to deal with right now. So I'm going to choose two cards for a possible outcome. Okay. Okay, so possible outcome. Nine of Swords. Possible outcome is that you're worried about something. It's keeping you up at night. It's causing you stress. Could be making you feel depressed or sad. You don't feel like there's a way out, perhaps, or it's just something so pressing and so heavy on your mind. And, that's a tough place to be. It's tough to feel that way because, number one, you're exhausted and you're sleep deprived. And it's hard to make good decisions when you're sleep deprived. But secondly, it's just, this is the type of stress that not only keeps you up at night, but causes your stomach to turn, where it's overwhelming. And, these are things that happen within our life. And I would imagine that somehow that this stress could be related to the Tower. It could be related to choices being taken away, having too many choices, and you feel really stuck. With this Nine of Swords, we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a sense of daydreaming, perhaps, or fantasizing about the different options that you have, visualizing, hoping, the what if. The danger with this card, or the shadow of this card, would be that all you do is daydream and fantasize. You never make a move toward one of the cups. You never pick one to be focused on. And so that doesn't help you along your path toward your goals or toward your hopes or toward your dreams. So perhaps the outcome here is you have a lot of options, and you may have a lot of options as a result of this Tower blowing things up. Believe it or not, you may feel that you don't have options But sometimes you do. Sometimes things come into you, and they may not feel like opportunities at the time, but they can be. So for the week, we have some family time, but we have happiness with the family, family-centered activities, celebrations, being appreciative for what you have. You have perhaps something that you're actually going to. Maybe it's a barbecue. Maybe it's a party of some sort where you're having fun. And then you have this tower that comes in, which shakes you up a bit. And some news comes in that really is going to change perhaps your standard operating procedure, change your routines, change the way that you live. You don't want to necessarily deal with that. Could be work-related, relationship-related. These are things here we're seeing the big ideas of the tower. Here we have worry, we have inaction, can't make a decision, we don't want to deal with it. Here, this can result in sleepless nights and worry and stress. One day at a time, and this can get better. And we have, ultimately, you do have options. You have many options. May not be apparent to you, but you do have options. And the key is to don't let the options throw you into chaos or overwhelm you. Choose an option that you think would be right and pursue it. So let's get a little more information from the oracle cards. Muse. So interesting, we see the path here, we see the door. What is your muse? What is your inspiration? When I see the word muse, I always have to think of 70s rock and like the movie, I think it's Almost Famous with Kate Hudson, where the rock band is, and the groupies were the muses for the rock stars way back when. Even for Led Zeppelin and the classic rock bands, is that they wrote a lot of love songs for these people. So it's your inspiration. What inspires you in life? So you're going to have to think about what that may be. And that might be a key to you toward your development in dealing with this restructuring and dealing with some things that you don't want to handle right now. Is to go back, when you walk through this door of the muse, what is it that you're going to find? What is it that you're going to do that's going to make you happy? Then we have the oracle cards for spiritual self or emotional self. And we'll see what that would tell us. Gratitude. Life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what's in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. If you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. And so focusing on what you do have options. Focusing on the abundance that's shown here with the 10 of Cups. So even though there may be strife or there may be change coming, don't forget to center yourself with gratitude. And finally, I'm going to choose an oracle card and we'll see what card is in store for us for love. Tolerance. You appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in everyone. Wouldn't that be nice if people really felt tolerance and demonstrated it? I think that when you're able to do that, you do reduce your stress. You open up your heart, and I think that that's important, particularly with this Two of Swords, because there's the heart is blocked. And if you can be tolerant in the situation at hand, whether it's the parties that you're going to, or this event, this change that's going to happen that's going to be very disruptive, is to be tolerant of that. Focus on your muse, focus on your gratitude, and I think that your week will be fine. You know, every day it's a new lesson, it's more experience that we add on. So Leo, I hope that you found something helpful here today. If you did, please